Good afternoon, welcome back, and I've got a bit of a different reading. I mean, it might turn into a reading, I'm not quite sure yet, but it's to do with books. And about a week ago, I kept getting downloads about books, but I've had book coming through to me for many years now, and then it stopped coming through. And then I'd say in the last year, it's returned. And I know why, because Spirit want me to write a book. And I was like, well, how do I do that? I've never wrote a book in my life before. Well, I've never been on this journey before neither. That didn't stop me from, doing what I'm doing now, talking about my journey and helping others. So, yeah, I can write a book. Just have to put pen to paper and start writing. But it's not about my book today. It's about a book I've been reading. And on your spiritual journey, when you first start waking up, and during your spiritual journey, twin flame journey, you'll feel drawn to spiritual knowledge, so books. You seek out that spiritual knowledge, to help you, and it's not so much a seeking, but it's more of a guidance from your spirit team and your angels. Well, for me it was. I can't speak for others, but for me, it's more of a get that book, Ellie. Go to your phone, and then this book would pop up, and it'd be specifically aligned to what I was experiencing on my spiritual path at that point. No coincidence. So I just took my little Luna for a walk, if you know me. My little pooch, my husky. Thought I'd take her out for an hour walk. And yeah, just thought, nice little walk, and should know really, because nothing's normal when you start to wake up, From the day you start to wake up, your normal life, what you had prior to it, nah. So the old Ellie might have been able to leave the house and no signs or synchronicities or, golden nuggets I call them. Spirit, it's like that little Hansel and Gretel leading you to the witch. Yeah. But these lead me to, signs and synchronicities, and spirit. They'll get through to you. They want to get something across to you. They'll keep coming across. So yeah, took my little Luna out for a walk, and coming home, nothing from the normal happened. I was just walking there, nice stroke, took her to the park, and coming home, walked through this new cutway that's like a long footpath. So it was all fenced off, but now it's not, and it's just like it's just like a big field with a path walking right through it. And I thought, right, we'll go that way. Yeah, look, just cuts half of the walk off to get back home. So just walking, and Luna's been like stubborn and jumping up at me and wants her treats and all that, of being a good girl for walking. So stop and I give her a treat, and I noticed there's chalked pictures. What you do as kids. You used to do your hopscotch and what we used to do as kids didn't cost us anything. Yeah, I noticed all that was on the new pavement, and I thought, oh gosh, choking on it already. But it's choking it. It's not going to vandalise it, So that doesn't seem out of the normal, So I'm just like giving Luna a treat, and then something catches my eye, written in the chalk. And when you know your path, and I've been on it 8 years now, and I know when Spirit's getting signs to me and all of that. I look down, and chalked on the pavement, it says, mirror me. Now, to a normal person that's not on a spiritual journey or a twin flame journey, that would have been, well, to me 8 years ago, I wouldn't have noticed that. I'd have just gone, oh, beta trucking. But because of my journey and because of the words, yeah, getting around to it now. Words hold power. Mirror me. Yeah, we're mirror souls, twin flames. Words hold power. So that was getting something across to me, you know, about my journey. And yeah, it was mirror me. That's what you do on this path. We are mirrors. We reflect, you know, those shadows back in each other that need to heal. And that illuminates our life. Yeah, I just thought I'd share that little work with you. Oh. So yeah, for bloody hell, spirit, can't even go for a walk these days without you dropping a choking path on me, you know. But yeah, mirror me. So but very, very subtle. And getting interrupted again, as usual.
Time is linear.
And now my partner thinks he's spiritual. Yeah. Okay. So words, yeah, very, very powerful. So the power of books I kept getting through about a week back, and yeah, one morning, just this is how it works for me. I can just wake up and downloads have been flooding in throughout the night as I sleep, and I just gathered some of my books, you know, that I'd been collecting or had been guided to collect, should I say. Because every book in my library, I call it my spiritual library because there's not one book that is not spiritual or has something to do with the path I've been on for 8 years. There's not one book in my spiritual library to you know, it's all to do with my path, all aligns with my path. So yeah, about a week ago I kept getting those downloads, and sometimes when downloads come in, I'll do the reading. I'll know there's a reading coming. I'll know I have to talk about these downloads. That's what I'm here for. But yeah, these books have been sat there in a pile for a week, and I knew there was reading coming, but it wasn't quite ready, you know. So I've been on this path a long time. I knew. I thought, well, no, it'll come through when it comes through. And today it did, especially when I saw, you know, well, when I got home and I'd put Luna, I'd settled there after the walk, and then come straight upstairs in my reading room, and I said, get the book, Ellie. And I was like, what book? I've got loads of books, Spirit. You know I've got loads of books because you're the one that's guided me to them. But I was reading this book last night, and this is a fairly new book, and it's Mary Magdalene Revealed by Megan Waterson. So yeah, if you follow me, I'm on the Mary Magdalene Rose lineage path also. She started coming through to me a few years back, maybe longer now, but I'm hearing her loud and clear now, you know, every step of the way. So I was reading this chapter last night, and downloads was coming in then, you know, but I thought, well, I'm not going to go on long at this time, Spirit, you know, give me a break, I need to sleep. But also yesterday in one of my readings, I drew this card out of my Mary Magdalene oracle deck. For thou shalt not judge another, for thee are only condemning thyself. So you know, when you judge somebody, that's going to come back at you, you know. So when you speak ill of somebody, words, spell casting, that's going to return. So return to sender. When you think ill of somebody, that's going to return to sender. Karma, you know. It's all true. So yeah, that card lines up to what I'm about to read. So yeah, I was reading this last night and the downloads was coming through last night. And yeah, about a week ago I gathered these books. Yeah. So, you know, part of the form of how I channel, which is many ways now since my healing, automatic writing. So writing, you know. And when this first started coming through for me, I was like, what am I doing? So I was trying to figure out why all of a sudden I wanted to write what I was channeling down instead of just coming on and using the cards to channel. But all different forms, you know, of writing, spell casting it's called. So yeah, it's just another form of channeling. So other words are powerful. They have the power to hurt or heal. You know, that's why books are so powerful. And a book to me is not just a book. No, it's not. And since coming across certain books, not all books, but certain books, I know that there's codes in these books. Very, very powerful, hidden, sacred knowledge hidden in these books. Specific codes, you know, that can activate something in you.